If you have yet to blow up on your social media platform of choice, if you have yet to find success in your local art scene and become established as the artist that you want to be, and to get gigs and whatever craft it is that you have been working on, there is good news. It can feel frustrating and disheartening to be in that position, but there is good news. The good news is that you are as free now as you will ever be. This is a very important lesson to drill into your head because A, it's going to come in handy later when you do become more established. It's a good adage for all of us, actually. But B, it's true, and by leaning into it, you will probably help yourself become established. What do I mean by that? Well, by acknowledging the fact that you are free and you can do basically whatever you want right now, you should lean into that. You should do whatever you want. You should be as bold and as experimental as you possibly can be right now because you have no expectations placed on you. No one's going to unsubscribe from your channel with 0 subscribers. No one's going to say, this isn't what I thought you were like. I thought you were A, but you were B. You're not going to have that pressure of an audience's expectations on your work. The only person you really have to worry about right now is your own view of your own work, which is its own problem. But for now, yeah, you don't have to worry about that external pressure. So by doing anything you want, you will get more established. Why is this? Well, okay, when you first start out, you're trying all these different things. It's alchemy. You got all these chemicals and you're mixing them together. Eventually, if you keep mixing chemicals together, if you keep trying different formats, topics, skills, you're mixing all these things together, you'll create a golden potion. The golden potion will be worth a lot of money. People will see it. You'll be established once you make that potion. But to make that potion, you have to be bold and experimental in the first place. Maybe you're going to knock it out of the park with one chemical formula you've been working on your entire life for the last 20 years. Probably not, though. Typically, when someone's been bashing their head against the wall for 10 years, trying the same thing over and over again, it's because they're trying the same thing over and over again. They haven't been experimenting with the format at all. Try a different topic. Try a different medium. Try a different format. There's all these different kinds of chemical reactions you can try to make happen. And you should be trying that. And you are free to try that right now. When you're more established and you try that, you might find that you get negative pushback. You might get feedback that makes you shrink away from that direction you're trying to move in. You don't have that at all right now. So the only thing blocking you from being as bold and as experimental as possible right now is yourself. So you should acknowledge the fact that you are free and that you have another monster to slay on a higher order level of once you become successful, which is how do you remain experimental and bold when you are established? That's much more difficult. So this is also advice to people who are more established, is to maintain that spirit after you have become established. Once you're known as the guy that does a certain thing, it's also helpful to be able to do other things and to continually reinvent yourself and make sure that you're always interested in the thing that you're creating and you're adding on to it. Once art becomes established and stale, it also dies. So obviously, when you find something that works, when you find that golden potion, iterate, to the degree that makes sense. But also remember your desire to innovate, to be bold, to be experimental, and to try different things. So you are as free as you will ever be. Remember that. Remember that for a few reasons. Remember it, A, because remembering that you are free hopefully will lead you to create bold, experimental things, ideally as many as possible until you find something that works. And then B, keep remembering it. Keep remembering it even after you do find something that works, because there will come a time when you don't want to iterate over the same chemical combination that you found over and over again, and you want to try something new. You want to make a new potion. Or maybe you just want to iterate better on the potion that you've made by trying out a bunch of different things with that potion. Unfortunately, because I believe in you enough that I think that you will succeed at whatever it is you're doing, if you try it long enough and you keep experimenting with different formats, the freedom won't last forever, or at least it'll feel like it won't last forever. So keep that in mind and be grateful for the position you're in, because it is a very unique position you will never get back once you blow up, once you are established.